Well, the sun has come out now. It's a glorious afternoon, blue skies, beautiful. I've got this coat on because I'm about to go into the tunnel. It is drippy in places, so I might want to put the hood up. But I've taken off the other garb. I was really very hot when I moored up. I was glad to get out some of that extra clothing. So I'm going to be off in a moment. Catch up with you then. Using my Nicholson's Waterways Guide number 1, I'm going to explain the extent of today's journey. You will recall in the last episode I was moored fairly close to Blisworth Tunnel. So just outside the tunnel here. Today I pass through the tunnel. I go around the village of Blisworth. I carry on past Gayton Junction. Gayton Junction is here, where the Grand Union branches off to Northampton. I continue along and I moor just beyond Bridge 46. That will be the extent of today's journey. I'm off again. I didn't show you the sunshine, did I? I must do that. That's quite something, isn't it? After this morning, how groggy it was, miserable, dull, overcast, cloudy, call it what you will, it wasn't very pleasant. But I can see the tunnel entrance already. I thought it was a little bit further to go. So it won't be long now, and I'll be disappearing into the Stygian gloom and darkness. Hope that's the right word, Stygian. I'll have to look it up later. So very shortly I'll be entering the darkness. I'll have to say bye for now in a minute. Just passing a day hire boat. We're having a great time there. You can't see through this tunnel from here, but when you're lined up you can see right through to the other side. Yeah, that's why I sound my horns, just so if there's anyone in there. I can't see a thing at the moment. Yes, it doesn't look it, does it? But there are, certainly. No, it's very gloomy in there.
Very cold. You might need gloves.
I've got gloves. I'm well prepared. No, that's strange. I can't. Oops, it's because I'm not lined up. Yes, I can just about see it, very faint in the distance. Cheers. Well, there are no boats in the tunnel, and I can just about see the far portal. So I'm going to switch the cameras off, as I always do, and catch up with you later. Just need to slow down a minute. I can't find my cover for the camera. It's the one thing I forgot to get ready. I've got it now. Here it is here. So I'm switching you off now. Bye for now. metres from the exit, so I'll be there very shortly. Not long to go now. The front of the boat is getting very close to the exit. It's just about to pop out. I will soon be following it. I can turn my headlamp off. You can see what I'm doing. It's very dark down there, I can't see it at the moment. That's got that one. That's got that one. There is a boat very close behind me. At least I thought he was close behind me. Hello! So when I entered the tunnel, I was the only boat in it. Then I noticed the boat enter from the other side, and then one came up behind me. And just recently I thought it was right behind me, but obviously not. Hello! Everything's about to get hit. Oh dear. Waterfall here, if you can see it. So I was a bit slow with that. I wasn't expecting it. I don't recall seeing it when I came through. It's interesting that, because the other boat still hasn't come out the tunnel, and I thought it was right behind me at one point. When I went into the tunnel, the sun was shining. I showed you. We had blue skies. When I come out of the tunnel, it's sort of cloudy again. I did notice a little bit of blue sky up there. It's too small to film. Braunston is 18 miles. Just thought you might need to know that information. Tall brick building in front of me with the date 1879 on it, I think. 79 or 78. It's not very clear at the moment. No, I can't make it out. It's a building that's been converted into residential accommodation. I noticed that when I came through. Yes, I now can see it. It's 1879. Take it easy because I'm passing the boatyard. The boatyard is a good place to go because it's got unbeatable prices. It's just what we want to hear. Five boats abreast here. Creates a little bit of a restriction. See a boat in the dry dock. It's just beginning to rain. It's just what we don't want. It's like the boat's been hoisted up. Let's see if I can show you. can get a better view of the building I was talking about now behind me. Well, this is Blisworth I'm passing through. I should have mentioned that earlier. We've just come through the Blisworth Tunnel, and this is the village after which the tunnel is named, or vice versa. I'm presuming the village would have been here first, but maybe not. I have got a point in mind to moor up. I was hoping to go a little bit further than that point actually, but as long as I can get to that point, it's about another 2 miles I think, that would be fine. I can see lots of roofs. I think I said that before. Just going under Bridge 50. Just raining a little bit. Nothing too heavy. But there are dark clouds ahead. It is beginning to rain a bit harder now. I don't want to moor up yet a while. I think I'll just bear with it for a minute. There is some light sky ahead, or some white clouds, so the sun is there but hidden, and I can see some blue skies. I think it will pass over in a few minutes. Got to be optimistic. Got to be. I'm just going under Bridge 49, Station Road Bridge. It's a lovely name for a bridge, Station Road. I see the railways ahead of me. So I would imagine, looking at the way the line runs, the station would have been over that side. As I said before, not being local, I don't know all the history. I got a fairly good knowledge of the history in the southwest, because I lived down there for well, 20, well I suppose over 30 years. It's difficult to know really. A lot of stations were a mile or two outside the populace, the village, or whatever that they served. And that's why some of them were called road, like Bodmin Road for example. It wasn't in Bodmin, it was some way outside. And these stations now get called parkways, because you drive your car there and you park. So stations that are outside of urban areas are often called parkways, like we have Tiverton Parkway in the southwest, which is effectively in the middle of nowhere. But there used to be a junction there called Tiverton Junction with a branch line that went to Hemyock. You can look all these lovely places up by googling them. Quite a high embankment on the railway. Just bear with me a minute, I just need to do something. If I can show you. Is a train going to come rushing over as I go underneath? That's the question. That's what we all want to know, isn't it? Oh, this is that lovely bridge I mentioned. Well, it's not a lovely bridge, but it's interesting underneath. Let's see if I can get a shot for you. looks like a lattice work of steel beams. Very unusual. Come on train, come rushing across for me. I'll just keep the camera running for a moment in case we get something. That was useless. I think I better turn it off then. Oh dear dear. It's still raining, but it's actually stopping, which is encouraging. I can see that I'm coming up to the railway abutments for an old bridge that no longer exists. I mentioned that when I came through. I will need to do some research. I don't imagine that interested many of you, but it does fire my imagination when I think back as to what used to run on that line, the number of people that caught the trains, where the stations were, how busy they were, when they opened, when they closed. That sort of thing can be very, very interesting, or not. Well, it has virtually stopped raining now. Next time I could wipe my glasses clean. Go. It's actually quite snug with this foot up. Might put it up again. Crusader community boat that I'm just passing. Looks as though there's lots of space on it, particularly in the bow section. This is Blisworth Marina that I'm passing. So I'm just coming up to Gayton Junction. Some lovely wide beams in there. Sort of 11 or 12 foot ones, that's sort of 3 to 4 meters. That's quite a width. Going under Bridge 48, 1911, and 48, that's an unusual sign. Oh, Bridge 48, 1911, yeah, that makes sense now. Do I want to stop here? There's a sanitary station here, but I'm not actually desperate for anything. I've still got plenty of water. I couldn't get on there if I wanted to because there's a boat moored up. I don't see anyone with it though. I seem to recall passing that boat the other day. So that was Gayton Junction. The extent of my journey once before. So on this trip I've gone further than ever. Well, not as far as the Ashby Canal, but on the Grand Union, going down to Cosgrove was the furthest I've been. So I'm very pleased about that. The boat's moored on both sides here. I'm taking it very easy. Has brightened up again. Past a couple of older style boats in a moment. Fellows, Morton and Clayton, a very well known name in the old days for canal carrying. There's a boat coming down towards me. It's coming under a bridge, so I'll slow down. Oh. Ahead of me is a crossover bridge. The crossover bridge would allow a horse to swap from one side of the canal to the other. I've just been studying the map book to try and work out what my plan is. I think I will moor up very, very shortly, and then tomorrow I will cruise up to Buckby Lock flight. I'll make sure I do that early enough so that in the afternoon, hopefully if the signal is good, I can watch the Monaco Grand Prix live rather than having to watch the highlights. That would get me ready for Monday to start off with the Buckby flight. That would be absolutely ideal. So I think what I will do, I will moor up now, just go a little bit further, and then tomorrow there will be about 3 hours cruising. I got my sums right. I was doing it very quickly to get me up to the Buckby flight. And then I can lay over for the rest of the day. Sounds like a good plan to me. No boats about, are there, other than the ones that are moored up? That's why I'm going slow at the moment, passing quite a few moored boats that are well spread out. Plus, of course, I was studying the map. Hello. The railway line is right along here, parallel to the canal. Parallel to the canal, in case you didn't hear. I'm just about to moor up. Well, I'm moored up. Oh, here comes another train. Let's see if we can get a good shot of it. As I was saying, I've moored up. Switch the engine off. I've been cruising for over 7 hours. I know I stopped for lunch, but I started about 20 past 9. It's now 4:30 on Saturday afternoon. So it's been good. Had some rain, obviously, as you saw, but it's quite dry now. There's a swan just on my left. I'm going to relax and chill out, as that's what one does at the end of the day. In reality, you're copying over everything that you've filmed onto your laptop, you're recharging your batteries. All this actually takes quite a bit of time, and I squirrel myself away in the cabin to do it. So I'm not sure whether you'll see me again today or not. Depends how the rest of the evening goes, but for now I'll just say bye for now. Many thanks for watching. If you haven't yet done so, you might like to subscribe and click the little bell to receive notifications of future videos. Until next time, I wish you all the best. I hope you're keeping safe and well. Take the utmost care. Bye for now.